I was saying on Twitter a few days ago, I saw a family member receive a video in which this random guy is attacking a hadith, the same usual stuff that you find online, but now it's reaching family members who don't even care about this stuff.
Peace, brothers and sisters, hope you're doing well. You heard Farid say that it's reaching to parents who have never heard of this ever. Everybody is being controlled so heavy. They're gatekeeping information. Obviously, the inner households, they will never get to know this, but no more.
I'm like, wow, man, there's this all-out war on the hadith.
Wow, man, there's an all-out war on hadith. Time to panic.
And we need to do something about it. So this is me countering that information. If you find this information beneficial, please do share it with friends. Share it with people that don't care about a hadith.
Oh, Akhi, don't worry. This will be shared with everybody. I'll try my best to make sure that this information that I'm going to put in this video goes out.
The same way those punks are sharing this stuff they're sharing attacks on hadith with people that couldn't care less about it, maybe we need to start sharing correct information with people that don't care about it. These same people are quoting others. They're quoting their predecessors, mentioning their chains to those people up until the Prophet, peace be upon him. In Sahih Bukhari, you have many hadith with just 3 narrators. Well, not many, but you do have a decent number of hadith with 3 narrators between Al-Bukhari and the Prophet, peace be upon him. Not 100.
Oh, Farid, I'm really glad you said that, because the hadith I'm going to use in this video has got 6 people in the chain going to the Prophet.
In many cases, these were documented. If not most cases, these were documented before these authors, before Al-Bukhari and Muslim, Abu Dawud, Tirmidhi, Nasa'i, Ibn Majah.
Okay, fine, for the sake of argument, I agree that they were being documented. Had the Prophet allowed them to be written down while he was there? Okay, so here is a hadith in which it clearly says, "Do not take down anything from me, and he who took down anything from me except the Qur'an, he should efface that," that means rub it down, "and narrate from me, for there is no harm in it. And he who attributed any falsehood to me," and Hammam said, I think he also said deliberately, "he should in fact find his abode in hellfire." Now in this hadith, for instance, if this is a correct hadith, right? The Prophet is clearly saying, don't write anything from me. So when did you guys document these things? After he passed away. And then even if you documented it after he passed away, you're clearly disobeying his command. You're clearly doing something he said, do not do it.
You had these major narrators like Hamad bin Salama and Sufyan and Ma'mar. All these people had their own written texts.
So just like how we saw in the hadith, these guys clearly disobeyed the Prophet and they had their own written texts. Were they secretly writing them? When the Prophet had said, according to this hadith, if this hadith is true, that do not write from me. But they did. Why? What kind of a deception is this?
Most of these texts don't exist today.
Brilliant. So we don't even have the original texts with us. So these books, whatever has been written, are even the copies of those books, which we have no idea. Like, I don't even know. When the Prophet said, don't write, and they wrote, why did they do that?
Some of them do. But the ones that don't were in circulation at the time. And these scholars quoted from those texts. So these scholars quoted from these texts. These scholars used these texts. These scholars, I'm sure, were aware of this hadith, and they all ignored it. Thank you very much. You should never let anyone argue that these texts weren't documented. They were documented earlier on, often a century before, sometimes even more than that, before Al-Bukhari and Muslim and whatnot.
Alright, so now let's get to the hadith I was talking about. So this is a hadith from Sahih Bukhari. Now guys, you can see that I have highlighted the part of the narrators. Now as I put this in Google Translate, from Arabic to English, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 narrators in the chain, and he was saying 3, and some have 2. I don't know what he was on about. Well, the important thing I had to show you in this hadith, if you come to the end part, yeah, it says Allah's Messenger said, except Al-Izkir, Abu Shah, a Yemenite, stood up and said, "O Allah's Messenger, get it written for me." Allah's Messenger said, "Write it for Abu Shah." Now, the question comes, if writing down was a practice, then why did Allah's Messenger say that, oh, write it down for him? He would have just said, oh, please share it with this guy, whatever you've written. And then the sub-narrator asked Al-Uzai, what did he mean by saying, get it written, O Allah's Apostle? So even this man was also surprised that what does he mean by that? Why do you want to write it? And then he replied, the speech which he had heard from Allah's Messenger. So you see, even to these guys, the concept of documenting the sayings of the prophets is alien, except for this one special time this one man said, please can you write it down for me so I don't forget, or whatever the reason, if this hadith is true. But you can see it, if all of this is like what they're quoting on us, that oh, they used to document, they used to write, all is written down, all is in perfect structure. I'm sorry, it does not work like that. It is clearly logical. You can see if writing down narrations was a practice, it wouldn't have been a surprise to the sub-narrator, and the Prophet would have simply said, please share what you have written with Abu Shah. So ladies and gentlemen, this is my response to Farid. And yeah, the war on Hadith is real, and we will make sure that all the people get the truth of the Qur'an, inshallah. Thank you very much for watching. Guys, like and subscribe this video so this thing gets spread out. Thanks for watching.